Okay. All right.
I'm here behind the cat.
Okay, Michelle is here. I swear she's here. That big black screen is her. We can neither see nor hear her. But anyway, so back again from another trade show. And so first we're going to talk a little bit about basically Jazzy goes to a trade show. So bringing pets to trade shows. And Michelle, you're still a black screen. So Angie, so you flew her, correct?
Yeah, I flew. She had her own ticket on board in cabin, and she was phenomenal. It was a bit tricky at first, juggling my check bag, the carry-on bag, and her, but I did get a rolling pet bag so that she would fit underneath the seat and I could roll her along. And the bottom of it pops off and then just goes up in the storage bin. And she slept the entire time. We had 3 different flights. Now, Jazzy is cleft palate, so I can't just give her a bowl of water. She has to have a syringe drop water into her mouth, drop by drop. So every time we landed, I would water her. And so they were short flights with long layovers. And then she ran around the pet relief area. She thought that was very fun. She posed for a million pictures. She thought that was awesome. And she gave head tilt to everybody. And she did great. And then when we got to Colorado, finally, it was 2 in the morning, 4 in the morning East Coast, because of the delays. We had a number of delays due to storms and things like that. And and she was happy as a clam. She had no issues with the elevation. She was great. She met a ton of groomers that loved her to pieces. And she had so much fun. I think she was a little disappointed we left, because when I put her in the bag the last day, and we got to the airport, she was like, okay, let me out. I want to see my peeps. And I was like, we're doing the flying thing again. And she was like, but TSA did snuggle her and love her and give her tons of attention because she's adorable.
Okay. All right. So you had to buy her a ticket, correct?
Yes. And with pet, you can't check in. Like I normally check in from my phone 24 hours before. You cannot do that when you have a pet. I had to call each airline individually. I had to fly American, which I normally don't do. But it was the only flight that was available. And so I had to call American, then I had to call Delta for my return trip and schedule a ticket with each of them for round trip.
Okay.
So does that mean she got her own seat next to you?
No, she was underneath. It was $125 per one way for her. She was under the seat in front of me.
Okay.
And she was sacked out the entire time.
I'm jealous because I cannot sack out on a plane.
That girl, she sleeps like I wish I slept that well.
oh, there goes Chris.
There she is.
There's
Oh,
Chris
there
again.
she goes
And,
again.
and then Michelle is nope. There's Chris again. I don't know. I don't know. Okay. Michelle is a
Michelle,
big
we
old
still
black
can't see
black
where you
screen.
are. So yeah, that girl, she is a master sleeper. I am very, very, very lucky that she no fuss, no muss. She gave adorable, cute faces to my seatmates, and then she was out cold.
Yeah. Well, Chris, all right, you'll be I guess you'll be thrilled to know that I went and I changed my flight to Hershey.
Oh, good.
I managed to move some stuff around and I'm coming in. I'm taking the Tuesday red eye, coming in Wednesday, and then Maria and I are going to go to the Crystal Caves on Thursday since I'm not until later on. Ah, there she is! Yay!
We have a
Can you hear
face.
me?
Yes.
Hear you. Okay, so I just want to make point in case anyone has not seen this yet. Michelle has got her little flashcards out.
Yes. Oh, so pretty, pretty. So pretty. I
So
can't
you
wait
have
to order mine.
information of that on your Facebook page, correct? And no,
Um,
it's
right
Instagram.
now, we're still in the sneak peek stages. I am buttoning down a printer. I have a choice of two that I want to go with, and the turnaround's pretty nice. So I'm going to do a little advert, if you will, this weekend and pop it on Facebook, Instagram, and my webpage so that you can pre-order if you wish.
All right.
Nice.
I just want to say something. All of you groomers, you're pretty awesome people. So I posted something on Facebook because the next series that I want to do on women petpreneurs is like the interesting things we do that's not grooming. Okay. So I'm just going to run through a list of the things we do. Not me, by the way, but hold on. Facebook has been really previous. Okay. Jackie, Helena, she does improv, scuba diving, and something else because Facebook is being ridiculous. Someone does DNA research.
Oh, wow.
That's
Yeah.
cool.
That's deep. Yeah.
You know, someone runs a nonprofit. She runs a nonprofit coffee kiosk, a nonprofit pantry. Um, some people play pool and they actually headed to Vegas for the World Championship. Cruelty-free taxidermy and cross stitch. I don't know if that's together or separate. Okay. Angela Beach is a burlesque performer.
Nice.
Seriously. I'm just running through some of these things, okay? Um, okay, someone used to do entomological entrepreneur work. Um, research scientist, exhibit developer. Okay, hold on. What else we got here? She's doing a forest insect research paper. Um, what else do we got? Keep going and go to my list.
These are really cool.
Yeah.
Pottery and fused glass artists. Something called carding. I don't know what that is.
Ooh, ooh.
What is it, Chris?
Ooh.
Tell us about
If
it.
if it's what I think it is, it's taking fiber and turning it into yarn.
Oh,
Mhm.
that's cool.
Okay, let's see what else we got here. A truffle ceremony facilitator.
I need to know what that is.
Right?
Yeah.
Well, I am going to interview her at some point, so don't you worry about it.
Okay, because we need to know much more about
We need
this.
the
And
scoop on
how do
that.
we do
Yes.
this at a trade show?
Yeah, DNA research for adoptees and general genealogy.
That's cool.
Okay.
Oh.
All right. So if you go on my page, you could see, and if you have something to add to it, I got a couple of people here who fished.
Ooh. I looked
And I
up what
mean, and I mean
it was.
serious fishers, okay? Fishing people. I don't know what you call them.
Amy dives, snorkels. She does scalloping, where
Yeah.
they go and like get scallops and like lots of scallops. They like it's a thing. It's a scalloping is a thing. What I thought was really cool, and I didn't know, is that shells are different colors and they vary widely. Like one of them she showed me was like pumpkin orange. I didn't know that was a thing. And then there's so many different colors and it's really cool. I had no idea. I don't swim. I only dog paddle.
Okay. I know Michelle does mushrooms. You do something with mushrooms?
Oh my gosh. I I don't sleep a lot. So I got mushrooms. I have an urban garden that's all in containers. I have an apothecary. I learned how to make bread. I learned how to knit and crochet, and I'm sewing. So that's
And she made a basket.
and I made a basket. Did make a basket.
I know. I see. I follow this stuff.
Yes, I'm a beginner. I guess weaver of baskets.
Because let me guess, you weren't happy with any of the baskets that you were using for your foraging.
Well, my first thing was I wanted to make a cottage dress so that I could go out and put my little leather shoes that I made myself and get my little basket that I made myself to gather the berries that I planted.
That's cool.
So,
Okay. So
yeah.
Anita tells me fishing peeps are anglers.
Yes.
Okay.
Oh, and I looked up what the truffle ceremony coordinator was in case anyone was interested.
Mhm.
We're interested.
Oh, okay. Well, if you replace the word truffle with magic mushroom, I think you have a pretty good idea of what the ceremony
Oh,
is.
oh yeah, no.
It is using it in a medicinal way. It's magic truffles.
I'm going to interview her because I need to know more about that.
Mhm, mhm, mhm.
Priscilla.
Oh, yes. There you go.
Okay.
All right,
Thanks,
Angie.
Anita. Clue me in. Former law enforcement, total square. Don't know anything about any of this stuff. I'm like, what is she talking about? And then it said psilocybin fungus. Oh, that makes sense. Yeah.
Yeah, for me, it's like pink oyster, lion's mane,
Yes.
reishi.
Square.
Whew.
Don't understand.
Okay, so Angie,
Yeah.
come on. What do you do? That's fun. It's
I
not
craft.
grooming. What?
I craft.
Okay.
I make keychains. I make T-shirts. I make wood carvings. Um, I do all sorts of like vinyl and resin and that kind of stuff. I do make fairy house, like little fairy houses and gardens and that kind of stuff. Um, you will find me most of the time in my craft room, like making something. I made last year for my friends, I made these little gnome guys. They're little groomer gnomes, and they all have the little scissor and comb. So I made these. I do stuff like that.
Mine is sitting on my window in my office, my inside office, not my outside office.
Oh yes, and there's bedazzling.
All right, Chris.
This
There's
is one of Auntie's gnomes.
Oh, that's so adorable.
It's got a comb.
Oh my God, the comb.
And the best thing is, it's a real scissor. It's a
Oh yeah, those are real, honest to God
real
upholstery. So like
little embroidery scissor.
embroidery scissors. Thank you.
Those are adorable.
I'm boring. I I I travel with Evolution Cheers.
That's a
That's
lot.
I
It is
try.
so much.
I travel. I travel a lot, and I look up interesting things to do in the places we go. I actually we go to Chicago a lot, and that's Mindy's old stomping ground. So I was challenged to find something to do in Chicago that she'd never done before
Ooh.
or
You
even
know what?
heard of,
That may not be that difficult. Think about it.
and I did it.
All right.
Okay, I'm an event coordinator. Okay.
There you
There
go.
you go.
But think about it. Do you know the first time I went to like the Staten Island, not the Statue of Liberty, was because somebody was in.
Yeah.
We
Oh yeah.
don't necessarily go to see the things that are
That
right in
you
our
live next
backyard.
to, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I I I went with Mindy to see the Statue of Liberty. I hadn't gone since I was a very small child.
Mhm. We have natives here who've never been to see the Grand Canyon, like people who were born here. They're
Yeah.
like, yeah, I haven't made it up there or whatever. It's not just a big deal.
Yeah, it's a
So,
big hole in the ground. Yeah.
huge one.
But I found something she hadn't even heard of,
What was that?
which was okay, she knew they were boat tours on Lake Michigan.
Mhm.
I found a tall ship tour,
Ooh.
as in sailing vessel with masts and big clothy things.
Clothy things.
They call
Well,
them sails, dear.
they call them sails, but yes, big sails.
The tall ships are big in on the Cape. That's
Yeah.
like when the tall ship. It's like on the news. It's on the radio. It's like everywhere. Tall ships. Tall ships.
And I did a tall ship thing in 2019 when I went up. I always find cool little things, and I still say I got the best deal because I basically got a room in Boston. I slept overnight in Boston for $99
And didn't die. You're good to
and
go.
didn't die.
Okay, when you combine those two things, that's basically a miracle.
Right?
Because
Although,
one, if you were in a vehicle, which you at some point had to be, that meant you were on a road in Boston,
okay,
which is
okay, wait.
straight up terrifying.
I drive. I get flack about my driving, but I am from New Jersey and can drive in Manhattan, okay? I have driven in New Jersey, all of the New York boroughs, Chicago, LA, nothing, nothing, fine. Boston, they have zero regard for human life.
Oh
Mhm.
no, they will run
Decency.
you when there's a merge at a bridge.
Oh,
They will literally run you off the bridge rather than
yeah.
let you merge. They
No.
literally give zero.
Okay, guys, East Coast merging is basically if you need to get in somewhere, you stick your nose in there, and eventually you're like, oof, you got in enough, and they're not going to hit you, and you get in. I tried that nonsense in Boston, and I went,
Cool.
oh no, he gonna hit me. He gives zero foxes on the damage to either of our vehicles.
None. And then after missing you by maybe that much, he
Maybe.
will flip you off not once but twice on the way by and then yell things out the window.
Yes, because I had the audacity to think I was getting in front of him.
Yeah, no.
All right. And not only that, sometimes people in Boston seem to think the whole surrounding area is just Boston.
Yes.
But you know that other areas are other areas, right?
Mhm.
Okay.
Mhm.
So I was taking my granddaughter wanted to go to the American Girls restaurant
Mhm.
thing that they have there. That's in Boston. Okay.
No, it's not.
And it said, I know it's not.
You know it's not now.
Now I know that, but on the website and on thing says Boston on it. All right. So when I put GPS in, I put Boston. Okay. And it was not the place. I don't know where they took me to, but it was definitely not the best part of town either.
To be fair, New York does the same thing.
Yeah.
Because if you look up things to do in New York, they'll legit send you to Jersey and not even tell you you're in Jersey.
Yeah.
Everything within 50 miles is whatever that yeah,
Yeah.
whatever that.
And then when I complained about it, I says, why does it say Boston on your website when you're not in Boston? Well, we are Boston. Okay, but that doesn't help me when I'm using GPS. Is this like another small little town? Oh yeah, yeah. And I forget what it was.
Well, technically, we're in.
Technically. So yeah. I think there was some meme put up, and it was two pictures of the roads in Manhattan and the roads in Boston. And the top one said, um, New York, because we want you to get where you're going. Okay.
In
And
Boston because
Boston, F you.
Yeah. Boston. Okay, so Mandy says Boston, it's go, 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 go. You do not break. Do not break in Boston. If there is a green light, you just go. If someone is walking in front of you, you just go. There is no, because the person behind you will kill you. They don't care. They don't care if there's a pedestrian. They don't care if a child is run out on the road. The kid has to jump onto the hood and leap away. They don't get, don't break, don't stop. Just go, 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 go. Or the person behind you will kill you.
I'm just not living like that. I'm not living like that.
Okay, so we digressed a little bit here.
It's in the video. The opener says we digress.
Okay.
The
All
That's
right.
warned.
true. That is true.
Okay. So
Knowledge was given.
all right. So I'll finish up. I've done in the past, I've done quilting, I've crochet and knit, and recently I've done a lot of beading. So, you know, the badge holders,
Mhm.
which I think all of you have one.
Hmm.
All right. Mandy says she could drive in Boston and New York City. Nope. I'm going to tell you something. There's no reason you cannot drive in New York City if you can drive in
Yeah,
Boston.
yeah.
Yeah.
That's all in your head. If you can drive in Boston, you can totally drive in New York City. You'll be fine.
Yeah. In New York, really, the only thing you're missing is the accent and the bird.
Oh, no,
It's
no.
the
You're getting
same.
the bird. You're getting the bird.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
Not
no,
as
you're
often, though. I mean, I've never been flipped off in New York City by a woman in her 90s, where Boston is pretty much commonplace when you're driving. So
that's awesome.
Okay. All right. Well, okay. So if anyone else has anything interesting and they would really want to be interviewed by women petpreneurs, go over to my profile and the post is pinned. Now I'm only scheduling about 6 people at a time because it gets too far ahead. But I'm expecting this series to be a pretty fun one.
I
All
like
right.
it.
So will we be back here next? Oh, yeah, we all know Denise is not here because she's in Greece right now.
Hmm.
Fun.
yes,
She's making sure that the poison doesn't enter the U.S. She had to go inspect some things in Greece. So she's really doing us a service.
yes,
Okay.
that's it.
Okay. Okay.
And
Okay.
that's the only way I can get through it, you guys. That's the only way. Wait
Okay.
till the pictures start rolling in.
Oh
They
no.
started. Oh, they started.
All right. So we'll be back next Tuesday, the 18th. All right. And we would really like to have a topic because if you leave it just to us, we're just going to chit chat.
Yeah. It's a thing.
So,
And I'm going to tell you all about how Jazzy played with B, and it was adorable. Oh my God, they had so much
like
fun.
has a thing for my chin.
Jazzy loved her chin. She was literally like nomming it and sucking it a little bit, and it was the perfect shape. She nommed everybody else's chin, but she actually sucked on Chris's chin. She was like,
She was
Yeah,
just
I think
sitting there
that's
and like,
fun.
she got sleepy, and she was like just attached to my face, and I'm like, "Are you seeing this?" She's just
yeah, she was literally just attached to her chin, and she was so happy. She was like, oh, this is lovely. Yeah, by the time she's grown up, she will be so well socialized with other dogs and other people. Noises and whatnot don't freak her out. Flying doesn't freak her out. Driving, we've already driven to and from Pennsylvania. She's like, meh, okay.
but I do have a question for you. You took Jazzy, but you didn't take PJ.
No.
How did he feel about that?
Oh, he was so mad. But here's the thing. PJ hates every other dog on the planet and wants to eat their face off, with the singular exception of Jazzy Jazz. Because if she rolls in dirt, he's like, oh, I will clean her, and immediately starts licking her and caring for her. But every other dog on the planet, he wants to kill them. Every other dog, like all of them. He hates other dogs. And yeah, and he only loves me. He doesn't like any other people. He doesn't want to see other people. He's like, you can all booger off. We go into work and everybody's like, hey, PJ. And he's like, yeah, whatever. And he goes right in his crate. No other humans. He doesn't care at all. He
I
cares
have
about
one
me.
like that. Yeah.
And he loves Jazzy and he loves me.
Aw.
So I can't take him to a trade show because he doesn't care about any other human being on the planet. He won't bite them, but he will bite any other dog, which the trade shows are filled with. And so, yeah, he kept trying to sit in the suitcase. I felt so bad. I had to kick him out like 15 times. And he's like, no, I go too. Because he doesn't understand it's filled with dogs.
Mm-hmm.
he just knows it's his
It's mom's leaving.
mommy and Jazzy are going.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're going to wrap it up today. It's our half hour's up. And we will be back next week. And if someone puts some topics in here, we will discuss them. Okay?
Oh, and if you want to see Miss Jazzy Jazz and her antics and how ridiculously adorable she is, you can find her under Jazzy Piper Pugtato. She has her own Facebook, or Jazzy.Piper Pugtato on Instagram, because she really is that cute.
Okay.
And when's the next trade show she'll be at, Hershey?
Hershey.
Okay. Oh, we'll see you at Hershey. All right. So we'll see everybody next week.